This is insane. What is up, everyone? I'm back with another video, and this time I'm going to be showing you my Nintendo Switch collection. I didn't start a physical game collection till probably a little bit into last year, and the reason being is because my OLED would literally just sit there, and it's crazy. But you know how you go through those bouts of life where you're kind of just like going through it, and your gaming is your, nice, good distraction. I don't like to say escape because we should all face our problems, but distraction. And yeah, for me, that was my Switch again. I do play PS5 and now PC, but there's just something about the Nintendo Switch I think everyone can vouch for that, I don't know, just hits you right here in the heart, right here. Anyway, we're gonna go through my physical collection, and I am gonna mention a little bit of my digital collection. It really is that small because eventually I was like, no, I want physical games. When I started this collection, I wanted only new games. So I definitely this year and a little bit of last year had to fish for games that have been out, but a new copy of them. So again, this is what I have. Some of these games, be warned, I've not played, so it's not really a review type video. It's kind of just showing you what I have. If I played it, I'll let you know how I liked it or if I didn't. And the ones I didn't play, you definitely can give me some feedback on whether it's going to be worth it. Was it a good buy? I'd love to hear what everybody thinks. I'd love to hear if you didn't like certain games or if you do. So without further ado, let's get into my Nintendo Switch collection. So first, and this is in no particular order, yeah, some of these games I'm going to show you I probably bought recently, and some of the ones at the end of the pile, this is just literally a pile. So here we go. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I know it's contradicting, my username says it all. I love Kirby, but I loved Kirby so late in the game. Literally last year is where my Kirby obsession started. But anyway, this game is just amazing. I have no words for it. Just like everyone gets kind of speechless for other games, this one was for me. Opinions may differ on that, but I just love Kirby in all of its forms. And this game was just so unique and fun to play. I did beat this game, and I'd play it 10 times over again and again and again and again. I didn't do a replay yet. Let me know if you want to see that on this channel, because my reactions are still fresh and new from this game if I were to pop it back in. So yeah, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I recommend it to literally anyone. So get that game. Next, we have Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. So I never really played this. I think it was out on Wii. I was more of, by the time the Wii came out, after we all got over our PS2s, I was on Xbox 360, and that's the only era I had Xbox. But anyway, I missed the whole Wii era. Really, my little sister had one, but I didn't play it. And anyway, I didn't play the other Kirby, so I know this is like a remake, revamp type thing, and it's really good. I didn't beat it yet, but it's fun, and I do recommend it. It's definitely not a Kirby in the Forgotten Land, but I love all things Kirby, although I have not bought any other Kirby games as far as like the cooking one and, just any other add-ons and stuff like that. So let me know if those are worth it, because I love Kirby, and I just haven't gotten around to knowing what other games were good except for these two. Next, we have the new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Now, same thing, I know this is a remake as well, but I beat this. It was agony, and the reason I did was because a certain game was coming out at the time. I don't want to say it because it is in this collection, and it's just kind of going to ruin it, but I did beat this, and I'm not going to lie, it's definitely, not easy. I mean, here it is. It does includes new Super Mario Bros. U and new Super Luigi. Does it? I guess it does, yeah. I didn't notice that because, again, I missed the Wii U era. But this is a really fun game. It's very frustrating. I actually played this on my Switch Lite that I have right here. Just showing you because this is the color I have. Because of the D-pad, right? I didn't want to play on the OLED because that D-pad on the Switch, it's barely a D-pad, is agonizing. So definitely if you're looking to play this, or if you already played it and you're sick of that and you don't use the dock to play on the TV, D-pad. Next, of course, this is on everyone's list, probably everyone's collection, Super Mario Odyssey. So a lot of you will be disappointed in me. I didn't finish the game, not because I was bored of it, but literally just because I didn't have the time. So I am actually going to go back, restart this. I think I got to like the desert area, but I'm gonna restart this and play it. I do want to show, I mean, whatever I can. That cover art is beautiful inside. I have my games actually in, you know, one of those like game cases that look like this. So a lot of these are just empty cases, but I think we can all agree that's part of the collection. So yeah, anyway, Super Mario Odyssey. Everybody has to have this in their collection. And yeah, feel free to tell me how great this game is, because I love to hear about it. Next we have Mario Kart Deluxe 8. Everybody has to have this. I got it late in the game, but I always needed it, right? So I was kind of like psyching myself out, waiting for the price to drop. It never did, so I just caved in. Never got it digitally. There's just some games you don't get digitally. If you know, you know. But you gotta have this in your collection, Mario Kart 8, with the add-ons that they've been adding. But I just really kind of get tired when games do add-ons, so I'm looking just kind of for a 9, Mario Kart 9. But yeah, definitely grab this one. I hope a lot of you have this in your collection. If you don't, that's cool. But must have, definitely. Luigi's Mansion 3. Luigi's Mansion 3. I love this game. I didn't beat this game either. Again, it was one of those pop it in. Just, I like to try games. But I'm going to go back to this, of course, especially with them having the Luigi's Mansion 2 remake that just released on Switch. So I don't have that yet. I do want to get that for this collection, but you gotta have Luigi. Luigi is actually my favorite character. Luigi and Daisy, Princess Daisy, and Yoshi. So definitely gotta grab the second one. But the third one was cool, and don't ruin it for me. Next we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So no need to say much. I think this is in everyone's collection. Yeah, there's really not much to say. There's nothing, no introduction. I mean, I love to fight. I used to play on my Nintendo 64. That's why I know what this is. This was actually a gift. And the funny thing is that I had it since like 2018 and I didn't play it a lot, but it's just something you know that you have to have. So that way when it's time and there's certain Super Smash Bros time, that's when you play that. Okay, next we have a game that I was recommended by a coworker, but I have not tried it yet. Again, so just for some backstory, if you're tired of me saying that, there was a time where I just went and bought an array of games. Yeah, don't want to know how much that cost me. And I haven't played a lot of them yet. It was just for catching up on my collection. You're gonna hear that a lot throughout this video. That's why I need you guys. Need you guys to let me know what's worth it. So we have Mario and Sonic Olympic Games. Never played it, but I do, you know, I'm big on collecting a lot of the Mario games already and Sonic. So this just kind of felt like an in-between that I needed to have. I heard good things, and it is on my Anbernic, the DS version of that. So yeah, I mean, when anything's released on Switch that's an old version of something, I think you should have it, because they obviously tried to set out to make it better. So yeah, let me know if this game is going to be worth my while. But even if you leave a negative comment, I'm not easily persuaded. Sometimes the games that people hate so much, I love. So at the end of the day, we'll see. The next game is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Okay, so this, and I actually let her know on one of her lives, Josie Woe played this and I just fell in love with it. I was like, wow, that actually looks fun. I've heard about it, and this was before I've even been exposed to Donkey Kong Country. Like, I'm talking the old Donkey Kong countries that I've now played since. But when I saw Josie Woe playing this, I was like, this is amazing. So I hopped on one of her lives, told her in the comments, and she actually acknowledged that, you know, it was pretty cool. And it was, because it's like, right, you know, you watch someone play, now you have no clue you're getting someone into that game. I played a little bit of this with my niece, but I need to definitely beat this one. Next, we have a game that I did not even play yet. It is Yoshi's Crafted World. I've heard mixed feelings about it. I've heard more positive though, that you should have this. And again, Yoshi is one of my favorite characters. Growing up, I was in a big group of cousins that took every character and only left Yoshi. So we were put together, and you know, Yoshi is underrated. I literally have a plushie of the blue Yoshi, the light blue Yoshi. That's my favorite Yoshi. So I am actually excited to play Yoshi's Crafted World. You know, and just to kind of see what that is like. So yes, this is one of the games I would love to have comments on and feedback on, and let me know what you think. And also, as I'm going through these Switch games, let me know what you'd like to see me play on the channel, because I definitely broadcast, especially now that you know a lot of these games will be my first time playing. So let me know what you'd like to see my reaction to. What should I play through, you know, in the sense of a first time reaction. Next game we have, literally unopened in the plastic and everything, so again, haven't played yet, Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. Now the reason I wanted to get this is because eventually I caved in. You know, you got Mario with the cat suit on in there, and it had a game that was kind of modeled after Bowser, right? So there was a part of me that wanted a lot of, you know, the characters, not just Mario's games, and the only one I didn't get is that Toad game. I just heard that it wasn't really that worth it, and then I looked up gameplay. I wasn't that interested, but anyway, I know this is very important to the collection, so yeah, there you go. And I also don't say Mario, I just say Mario because I'm just so used to, I have a cousin named Mario and the singer, so please don't leave in the comments how I pronounce it. I really could care less. Next we have, and again unopened, Super Mario RPG. I love this cover art already. Part of me doesn't want to open it, but I haven't played the old one, and I had to have this when I saw the gameplay and I heard how it was, so this definitely seemed essential. And yeah, I can't really say much about it because I haven't played it yet, but very excited to have this. But I do like that sleek, just white background. This kind of looks so old school, and how I think cover art should look. I mean, I don't know, I like that basic look. Basic. Next game we have, and it's kind of one of the first games I've owned on Switch, this was a gift, is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I played this. I haven't beaten it because at the time, it just, I don't know, I think I got bored, right? And how dare I say that? I know, because I'm big on Pokemon Go, I'm big on Scarlet Violet, I'm big on, trust me, I'm playing Fire Red right now again. So I don't know, but I would like to hop back into this because I know it's a really fun game, and I'm big on shinies now, so I gotta hop in and play. But I know back then, I think what bored me is the fact that you know, there were just all these accessories. Sometimes I feel like when there's just too many things, it kind of makes me feel like it's just catered more towards kids, which I know it's not. But anyway, I got the Pikachu version, not the Eevee, and I'm going to hop back into this. So I'm just being honest about my past, so don't get mad at the past me. And the present me wants to hop back into this game. Next we have the new Pokemon Snap. This is actually beautiful. From growing up playing the Pokemon Snap on Nintendo 64, this is just a really nice revamp of the game. The pictures come out amazing. It's kind of fun, just, you know, I in real life love photography, so, you know, this game was just a must-have to feed that hobby, and, you know, it's what I went to school for, so it's actually more than a hobby, but just please get this if you can. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I truly think those are the people that did not grow up with this game. That's okay, but I know that this hits a soft spot for a lot of people, so Pokemon Snap, you just have to. The next two games definitely had to catch up, were late on these purchases, and did not play them when they first came out for DS, but I got Diamond and Pearl. I'm actually playing Diamond right now on my Switch Lite. I haven't opened up Pearl, but I just copped them both at this point. I did get them from Amazon, so I'm not a fan of when, like, the logo, this is how, like, crazy I am about collecting, when the logo on the bottom just doesn't match, you know, the E for everyone rating. So it is what it is, but I got the games, and I didn't finish Diamond. So again, let me know your opinions on these games. My next two games are Sword and Shield. I have not played these yet at all. I've heard very mixed opinions about them. I know they were the first Pokemon game releases on Switch authentically, and yeah, I've heard a lot of complaining, but again, I wouldn't be surprised. I like these games. Still haven't decided which one is going to be, you know, the first one I play. I never was one to buy both versions of a game. I would always pick one. You know, I was Fire Red, my brother was Leaf Green. But ever since I knew or found out that you can actually, you know, play and trade and all that stuff, and it took me just, I don't know, when I was little, it was just complicated for me to understand. But anyway, collection-wise, had to have them both, and I'm big on legendaries. But the funny thing is, my favorite legendary comes from Gen 1. I'm literally as old as Pokemon, so you can go and do the math. And of course, I'm always going to have the connection to Gen 1. My favorite legendary is Articuno, so there we go. But I do like to see what legendaries we can get from certain games, and you know, being that the games have different legendaries, I get both now at this point. And I don't know how y'all were able to afford both Pokemon games, because at that time, obviously as a kid, I wasn't the one paying for them, so I was lucky to have what I had. But now that I am, I'm going all out. Next game we have is Pokemon Legends Arceus. I don't even need to say anything about this game. This game is amazing. I did beat this game. I do want to play it over again, and it's very just relaxing when this came out in 2021. The funny thing is I actually had this digitally when I purchased it, because when I started getting back into my Switch, I just, you know, would buy things, especially during COVID, so I could play them already. I didn't like to wait, and couldn't go to the store. But when my boyfriend actually sold his Scarlet Violet edition Switch to contribute to his PS5, I actually bought this for him as a gift, the physical copy of this, and he played it and beat it as well. And I told him, you're not getting rid of this, and I took his physical copy. So I now have these on physical and digital, and beautiful, beautiful cover art. And I think they should definitely release more to this, or another one, or just, I know the ZA or AZ, whatever is coming out, so I'm very excited for that one. But Arceus is a must-have. Next, we have The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I know a lot of you are like, why wasn't that first? Well, because it wasn't. It was in no particular order. But this game's amazing. I'm actually still playing it. I did buy it late in the game. I started it last year, but it is phenomenal. It's actually one of the first Zelda games I've ever played. When I was younger, Zelda was a little older than me, so it was more like what my older cousins played. But God, if you have not gotten into any Zelda games yet, definitely play this, and I guarantee you it will get you into it. I know a lot of people will think Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask will, but you have to understand a lot of people aren't into our old graphics. So I would say for them to get into the character, into the lore, play these new ones, and then go backwards. I actually, on my PC, I have an Omen laptop, Omen 16 Transcend, if you really need to know. And I actually got a GameCube simulator that I've never played GameCube when I was younger. So I have Twilight Princess, so I'm really catching up, doing my due diligence on Zelda. The next game we have is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's obvious that since I didn't finish Breath of the Wild, I have not gotten to Tears of the Kingdom, but I did purchase it because obviously I buy the games when they come out, knowing that they're part of the collection, but also just kind of knowing that I'm going to get to this one. You cannot not buy this game. Next, we have The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Here it is. This is another remake from the Wii that, again, I didn't have the chance to play, and I also didn't have the chance to play it on Switch. It's still been sitting here. The reason being is because I wanted to play it afterwards. I wanted to play this once I finished Breath of the Wild, and I haven't, so I have an array of some Zelda games just sitting here in the collection that I am looking forward to playing. The next game we have, I was iffy on getting this, but then I heard great reviews, and I'm pretty sure any of you watching this can back me up. We have The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I don't know why people haven't been a big fan of this, but then there's another side of people who are a huge fan of it, right? I tried playing the older one on my Anbernic, and it didn't get me. So again, you gotta have to either just grow up with it or just, you know, it's about graphics for me sometimes, and this one looks tolerable. So I'll probably play this with my Switch Lite. This is the exact combination beat 'em ups played this on, so why not do that just for some beat 'em ups appreciation. The next game we have is Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. My boyfriend got me this. I still haven't played it because again, I'm just trying to get through Breath of the Wild. And no, it hasn't taken me this long. There's just obviously periods where I don't play, or I've been playing like my PS5. I've been really big into a game on my PC, which I'll go through at the end of this video because it is one of the games that came out on Switch that I just gravitated back to PC on because it's just better on there. But again, yes, that is the reason why I've just been gaming on other things. But this will happen soon. Next, we have Sonic Frontiers. I've heard a lot of bad things about this game. And then I realized I actually should have purchased this on PS5 because I do know that if it comes out on Switch and PS5, PS5 is your best bet, or vice versa, Xbox. But I wanted this because I heard it was like the first Sonic open world, and obviously I just wanted, you know, that coolness in my collection. But I'm excited to play it because of the way it looked. Oh, look at that, I have codes. I need to play these games. I got codes in here. Please tell me this does not expire. We'll find out together right now. I guess not. It doesn't show that it did. But yeah, same with my PS5 game. I have some codes I should redeem. But yeah, Sonic Frontiers. Haven't tried it. I hope the graphics don't bomb, and I really hope that, you know, I know it probably looks better on PS5, and that's a mistake I made. But let me know if the graphics on Switch are good, and we'll see how that goes. Next game is the first game I actually bought for this on my own. A lot of them were gifts, whatever. I did buy this used, and again, this reason why I don't buy things used is because I don't like having to clean the sticker gunk off of it. In any case, it is L.A. Noire. A friend of mine that, from my past at least, knew I loved Rockstar games and suggested this to me. And I really do love this game. I've played through it, I've gotten really far. I didn't finish it, but I would like to go back and finish this, and I do recommend it for any Rockstar fans. Once we get to my digital list, you'll find out why I'm a Rockstar fan. This was actually the first game that I've gotten when I received the original Switch. That was a gift, and it was a gift for my parents, and they got me, of course, and I know a lot of you will not expect this, NBA 2K18. So clearly I first got a Switch in 2018, and this was the game I wanted. I loved sports games growing up on PS2, baseball, basketball, football, you name it. So at the time, 2K18 was the newest one, and I got it. I don't like the graphics on Switch when you're playing sports games, so I definitely recommend get all of these on PlayStation or Xbox, whatever your preference is. Not on Switch, but it is, you know, my first game ever on Switch, and so that holds a special place in my heart. But yeah, 2K18. And to back up what I just said, I do have MLB The Show 22. This absolutely looks horrible on the Switch, so I don't get a lot of enjoyment and haven't, but I will give it another chance. I believe I tried this when I had the original Switch, and then I actually gave that to my sister and got an OLED. I put it on the OLED, didn't look the greatest. I have an OLED TV, so at this point I have to try it on the TV, but I gave it one chance. I should give it another, but God, this does not look great on the Switch at all. Next game we have, I was given this for free, and we used to play with their group of friends, and I don't know, I could just never get into this game. It is Dead by Daylight, and the reason being is because maybe at the time, moving around too much and just the fast-pacedness of it. And it's crazy because I do like games like this, but it wasn't fun for me. So maybe it was the group, I don't know. Maybe I craved more fun, I don't know. But I'd be willing to give this another try if I had a different group of people, but hey, why would I not take a free game? So next we have a must-have. This is just something that I felt I had to get because it was part of my childhood. It is the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Again, the graphics didn't look that great on the Switch, so it was one of those, like, put it in the Switch and then slowly take it out. But no, I will go back to this and try to play it. It just looked so bad. I don't know, in my opinion. Can anybody shed some light on why it did? Next game I have is Detective Pikachu Returns. So this is another one that was a remake, or if not a remake, a continuation of the DS, I'm not sure. I beat this game. I do agree with a lot of people. It was a slow game. You definitely know ahead of time who did what before the characters even know. It's easy to figure out, but I give it this. It is a good storyline. It is a good game all in all. It is fun. I do recommend it if you're a Pokemon fan, and it's just something different. Could they have done better with this game? Absolutely, but come on. What do you expect? What do you expect? Next one is a game that I didn't buy the whole set for, but I heard this was the best one, and there's actually mixed reviews. Let me stop being cryptic. It's Splatoon 3. I have not played Splatoon 3 yet. I think the concept is amazing. I've kind of avoided this until I just really delved deep into what Splatoon was, and I was like, okay, let me get the third one since it was the latest installation, but I've heard a lot of people like Splatoon 2 better. Let me know which is better, but I still have not tried this just because, again, I'm bookmarked into a lot of games. So, yeah. Next, we have Sonic Superstars. Still haven't played this yet. Something in here. Uh-oh. The Eggman character skin. Okay, so some more codes. And the actual game is in here. Okay, so I lost space in my other case. But yeah, I don't know what to say about it, really. I got it. It has all the characters on it. I thought this was essential to the collection. That's really all I can say. And that's why I have it. This was... I judge myself for this purchase, but I planned on playing it during this season, and I just didn't get around to it because some things, family tragedies happened during the season. But anyway, this is the Grinch Christmas Adventures. I didn't get to play it. Hopefully this Christmas I will. I saw a little gameplay of it, which made me want to get it, but I don't know if it bombed or not, so let me know. I got this. I thought it would be just good for the collection. Next game here is the reason why we're going to go a little bit back. Why I rushed to beat Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe so much is because Super Mario Wonder was coming out. And this cover art is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love the way Wonder looks. And I beat this game. Loved all the sound effects, all the new stuff. This is just a game that I could play over and over and over. Nothing much needs to be said about this game. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. That's it. That's it. Part of the collection. That's it. This next game was a gift, and it is, I beat this game. It's called DreamWorks All-Star Kart Racing. So it's kind of like, once you've played Mario Kart, nothing compares. Basically, this just has all the DreamWorks characters in there. I played as Shrek a lot, but God, the courses were bad, the gameplay was bad. This was just all around bad. But I think it's cute to have, and it's a cute collector because obviously you have all of the DreamWorks characters. And the funny thing is I haven't watched a lot of these movies. I've never watched Trolls. I've never watched Kung Fu Panda. I know. It's just because a lot of these production companies started not luring me in as much because, as you know, you're growing up, you're a teenager, you're not into the new stuff, right? You stick with the old stuff. And as these things were coming out, I guess I was just hanging out rather than watching movies and TV. So a lot of these characters, I knew who they were, but didn't know their story. Next, we have Princess Peach Showtime. My niece is obsessed with Peach, and I think she's an essential character to the Mario family, so I had to have her game. I didn't beat it yet, but I think it's sick. It's pretty sick, and it kind of gives me a Kirby vibe just because she has so many forms. And she has some pretty cool forms. I think my favorite at the moment is that little sword Peach. But definitely play this game. I think it's a little easy. But I don't want to judge something I haven't beat yet, but it's just beautiful cover art. Again, it's perfect if you collect a lot of Mario games and the characters, so she's essential. I wish Daisy came out with a game. But in any case, yeah, I have this one. This next game I got because the cover art's beautiful. And I heard good things. This is an inspiration from beat 'em ups. SpongeBob SquarePants, The Cosmic Shake. Now let me tell you, first of all, I looked everywhere for this, new, and they finally had this game somewhere, and I was so upset because it was on display, and that's the only case they had left. So right, when something's on display, you're kind of like, oh great, the case is going to be messed up. It was beautiful. It was only $30. And I lucked out, and not a lot of these are new anymore. A lot of them are old. Go to GameStop and they're just old, used, and I found one that was unused and beautiful. I haven't played it though yet. So yeah, game's still in there. But I heard good things, and I heard good things on the Switch, so I'm excited to play that. This next game is just something I got when it came out because I felt like I'd be interested. I haven't played this yet, but it's Super Crazy Rhythm Castle. I love music, I love rhythm. Why not get this and try it? It's just a little different than what I'm used to playing. Let me know if any of you guys tried this game. Yeah. Next game I got, I just felt I had to. A lot of people talk great about it. It's new, it's still in the plastic. It's Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice Trilogy. I don't even know if I said that all in the correct order, but it's the trilogy, right? So that means that all of these games are included in there rather than, getting them separately. But I heard that if you like games like L.A. Noire or Detective Pikachu or just solving things, that this was the game to get. So I got it. Let me know if this is worth it as well, because I heard very good things about this game. Next we have another Code Recollection. I heard that this was out again for DS at one point. Probably not the same game, correct me if I'm wrong. I just started playing this a few days ago. It's a little slow. Tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm judging it too quickly. I didn't get far at all. I'm in the beginning, but the first impressions are just so slow. And this game looked really good. The reason I got this is because it definitely gives Life is Strange vibes, especially the first Life is Strange. So, yeah, maybe I need to just continue on, give it a chance, but whew. This next game comes in threes, so I guess we'll just review them or show you them together. I got Nickelodeon Kart Racers, so we had DreamWorks over there, and this is Nickelodeon. We have Kart Racers, then we have Kart Racers 2, and then we have 3. So they're actually, this is Kart Racers Grand Prix, and then we have Kart Racer Slime Speedway. So I wanted the whole collection. This was just more, because it's Nickelodeon and it's to play with my niece, but they progressively get better, right? I played only the first one, but I saw reviews and I actually thought this was the only one that existed, but when I was watching reviews, I saw these two existed, so I had to get them. Picked them up from Amazon and was able to get the Rated E for Everyone sticker, but I heard they get better, right? This does bomb. The tracks are horrible, everything's horrible about it, right? But the cover art's beautiful. But then I saw gameplay from these two and they just progressively get better. So, I mean, it's not something I'd recommend. I grew up with Nickelodeon and all these characters in their prime, so of course I got this. But I wouldn't recommend it because if you're gonna get a racing game, just stick with Mario Kart and call it a day. This is kind of just to money grab, and they could make a racing game about anything, and if you're a fan, you're gonna buy that. So definitely just stick to Mario Kart. And the last physical game I have, never played yet. It's just bought it in May at the Nintendo gaming store in New York when I was with a friend. I felt like I had to pick this up. It was the weekend it came out. I know, I give long intros before I just show you the freaking game, right? This is the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I've never played Paper Mario before. I actually used to think these looked boring on every other platform that they came out before Switch. I just didn't get the concept of Paper Mario, but I saw some gameplay and I was like, you know what? I'm more open now. I've been collecting. Let's try it. I hear it's an essential to the Mario collections. So, yeah, let me know if this is worth it or if my first playthrough should be on this channel. Whatever you'd like to see, because Paper Mario, it'll be my first one ever. So that's it for my physical collection. I hope it's good picks. Let me know if there's something not in that collection that you want me to pick up, or recommend, because I've seen a lot of videos where there's a lot of games I had no idea existed. So yeah, let me know. Now we're gonna go into my digital games. There's not a lot. This is a very short list, so we're gonna close out the video. We first have Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing I got obviously during COVID like everyone else, and you know, I used a gift card for my birthday from my grandma and I bought Animal Crossing. The reason being is I used to think Animal Crossing actually looked boring, and a friend of mine at the time did suggest it and I was hooked. I was obsessed, and now I love that game, as everybody else does. So I have that digitally, unfortunately. Definitely wish I had it physical, but I don't really like to duplicate and waste money like that. The next set of digital games I have is the GTA Definitive Edition, the trilogy. So funny story with that is those are my favorite games in the universe, okay? When I was 8 years old, played GTA. I explained it in the last video, but basically I had to have it. I literally have these games, like 3 copies of these games. When PS4 came out with the originals for like 12 bucks, got the trilogy, so I could download that anytime. I have the trilogy now digitally for Switch. The graphics suck so much that I just recently purchased them on PS5 because, you know, I'm gearing up for GTA 6. I've been waiting so long. I have GTA 4 and 5 for Xbox 360, so that's where I played those games. These 3, part of the trilogy, the Definitive Edition, I played on PS2. And then for PSP, I've had Liberty City Stories. I've also had the Ballad of Gay Tony and the Lost and the Damned pack for the 4th game on Xbox 360 for, you know, whatever. And then Vice City Stories is on my Anbernic. So that is the Rockstar obsession. When I mentioned before we were talking about LA Noire, GTA is the love of my life in game terms. So yeah, I have those. Next I have, and I regret I wish I had it physically, is Mario Party Superstars. I do have that game. It was hot at the time. I wanted it now. This was my impatience talking. So I love that game so much. It's actually one of the best ones, best graphics. I do think they should add more boards, because I get bored. But definitely a fun game to play with friends. You gotta have Mario Party. That's all I gotta say. Next, I have Coffee Talk on my Switch Lite. Coffee Talk is pretty cool. I didn't get too deep into it. I heard everybody like it. I did end up seeing at GameStop they have physical copies, but I felt like it was a waste because I have the digital copy. But I know there's a second one out. And then I'm gonna feel tempted if I buy the second one physically, then I'm gonna need the first one physically. So we'll see what happens there. And last but not least, this is the game I've been playing on PC that I said that I bought. Oh wait, I didn't buy it. It was free. That I got originally on Switch and then kind of veered onto the Omen. This is the reason I bought my Omen, but now my Omen has tons of other uses. But it's Palia, or Palia, whatever it's called. That game I'm obsessed with. Definitely I recommend play it on PC or Steam over Switch, because when I saw the difference, it is absolutely amazing. But I have been obsessed with Palia. Reason why I haven't played a lot of these games yet, that there's nothing much to say. Just play it yourself and you'll find the obsession. But let me know what you recommend that I should play, that I should get, because again, and I know I've repeated myself in this video, I have a collection. I know there's bigger collections out there. And let me know if you are interested in seeing my PS5 collection and recommending games I should get for that. So I hope you enjoyed this collection, and I cannot wait to see what you guys recommend to me. And thank you for visiting the channel and watching for this long. And you know, don't forget that Selena loves Kirby.